I maintain my stance that President Marcos must be held accountable for his crimes. Too many people have died and too much money was plundered from the Filipino people for us to stand down now. Whatever punishment may fall upon me and others who stand against this president who has lost his constitutional mandate of serving the people is inconsequential in relation to the amounts of lives and futures that will be saved when President Marcos leaves Malacanang.
Speaker, Honorable Chanco, let's allow the members to decide on a question of discipline, whether they agree to the committee report. If they agree, they will vote yes. If they do not agree, they will vote no. So let's hear the members and call the roll of members. Mr. Speaker, I reiterate my motion to call the roll of members for nominal voting immediately.
Na meron tayong isang kasamahan na inakusahan na nagbayad para sa mahigit 100 billion pesos ng mga kontrata sa DPWH. Para bang tinatanggap natin na normal lang magkaroon ng kasamahan na iniugnay sa pagnanakaw ng bilyong-bilyong piso na hindi iniimbestigahan na ng Committee on Ethics, Public Works o Infracom, samantalang inuunan natin ang kaso ni Congressman Barzaga? Mahiya naman tayo.
Welcome back to Master Kalog, and don't forget to subscribe and click notification bell for more updates.
Mr. Speaker, we have held that each member of the House of Representatives must not only be guided by the Code of Conduct, but also by the norms of conduct enunciated under RA 6713 or the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. Members of Congress are, after all, public officials and should be held to the same standards of conduct as any public servant. In fact, Mr. Speaker, members of Congress should be even held to a higher standard of conduct because they are elected and represent a constituency. The respondent, as a public official and an elected representatives, should be more circumspect in the use of social media posts, especially so when the account carries or bears his congressional title. In communicating and socializing through social media networks, respondent should bear in mind that when he communicates, regardless of whether it is a personal matter or part of his legislative duties, creates and contributes to the people's opinion, not just for himself, but of the entire House of Representatives. This is especially true when the posts are viewable not only by his family and close friends, but by acquaintances and the general public. When the respondent made and continued to make inflammatory posts in social media using his congressional title, he is not only representing his name and reputation, but also the name and reputation of the institution he is connected or associated with. Thus, when respondent showed these posts for public consumption, respondent placed himself in a situation where he and the status he holds as a House member may be the object of the public's criticism, ridicule, and mockery. Mr. Speaker, as a representative, he is expected to purport himself as a leader and a role model. A representative should carry himself or herself with the authority and the dignity of the position he assumed. A representative's language and conduct within and without the halls of Congress should carry the weight and significance of one who has been selected among many to represent the best interests of his constituency. The Constitution could have made it more explicit when it states in Section 1, Article 11, that public office is a public trust. Public officers and employees must, at all times, be accountable to the people, serve them with utmost responsibility, integrity, loyalty, and efficiency, act with patriotism and justice, and lead modest lives. We have stated that an elected official is burdened with these considerable obligations because the position carries the distinction in society. Public service requires no less. The committee finds the respondent to have breached the standards of propriety, professionalism, and decency when he permitted to retain posts showing lewd content, degrading views towards women, and ostentatious display of wealth in his Facebook page. Specifically, the committee finds respondent to have violated the tenets of justice, sincerity, good morals, and good customs enunciated in Section 4C of Republic Act 6713 by posting the following in his social media accounts: Exhibit A7, A8, A10, A12, A13, A15, A16 to 24. We agree with complainants that these are not conduct expected of a legislator. In addition, the committee finds respondent's act of retaining inappropriate posts, which admittedly were posted prior to assumption of his office in Congress, evinces deliberate and willful disregard of the institution's high standards and decorum and professionalism. As a legislator, he accepted the standards of conduct when he took an oath of his office as a member of the House of Representatives. The respondent cannot invoke his right to privacy as the social media posts are made public and are publicly accessible. These were made shareable and had been in fact shared multiple times. Following the principle in Vivarius and Spouses Suzara versus St. Teresa's College et al., the respondent does not have reasonable expectation of privacy for subject social media posts because he has not manifested his intention to keep the post private or limited in visibility through the utilization of social media platforms' privacy tools. The fact that the subject social media posts were viewable by the public at the time the complaint was filed with the committee shows respondents' intent not to limit the subject social media post visibility and accessibility. Hence, respondent Barsaga cannot invoke his right to informational privacy. In communicating and socializing through social media, legislators, particularly House members, must bear in mind that what they communicate, regardless of whether it is a personal matter or part of his or her legislative duties, creates and contributes to the people's opinion, not just of the House member but of the entire House of Representatives, of which he or she is a part. This is especially true when the posts of a House member are viewable not only by his or her family and close acquaintances, but also of the general public. In determining whether the social media posts by Representative Barsaga constitute disorderly behavior, this committee had to look whether these social media posts reflect positively on the image of the House of Representatives and its members, and the statements and social media posts reflect the values of the House of Representatives as an institution. The committee likewise took note of the statement of the Philippine Commission on Women condemning the scandalous behavior of the respondent and his disrespect of women's dignity. Ultimately, Mr. Speaker, based on these standards of conduct, the committee finds the social media posts in Facebook to be appropriated and unbefitting of a House member. Respondent's reckless, offensive, and irresponsible use of his social media platform tarnishes the name, integrity, and reputation of the House of Representatives. His deliberate choice to retain certain lewd, unprofessional, and inappropriate photos clearly shows bad faith. Respondent's conduct simply does not reflect the kind of principles and ideals the public expects of a public official, particularly a member of the House of Representatives. Mr. Speaker, after a thorough deliberation on the case, the committee finds that the actions of Rep. Barsaga in posting incendiary social media content through his Facebook accounts and in retaining and failing to remove publicly viewable, inappropriate, and indecent photos to be unparliamentary and unbecoming of a House member, taken in their entirety, the actions of Rep. Barsaga bring contempt, discredit, and disrepute to the name of the House of Representatives. His actions reflected negatively upon the dignity, integrity, and reputation of the House of Representatives as an institution of the members of the House individually and collectively. Consequently, the committee finds respondent Representative Kiko Barsaga of the 4th District of Cavite guilty of disorderly behavior by violating Section 141A Rule 20 of the Rules of House of Representatives, 4C of RA 6713, or the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees, and by engaging conduct unbecoming of a member of the House, and recommends the imposition of the penalty of 60 days suspension from office without the benefit of salaries and allowances during the period of suspension, with a stern warning that repetition of similar misconduct will result to a more severe disciplinary action. In addition, Mr. Speaker, the committee recommends that the respondent Barsaga be directed to remove all 24 social media posts subject of this case within 24 hours from adoption of this report in the plenary. Mr. Speaker, let this be a reminder to all the members of the House of Representatives that as trustees of the people, we are expected to conduct ourselves in a manner that would reflect the dignity of our position in society and in public service. Let us be more circumspect in our acts and words and be mindful of the high standards of propriety required of us as legislators. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize Honorable Kiko Barsaga.
Honorable Kiko Barsaga is hereby recognized.
Okay, testing. I wholeheartedly accept the decision of the committee, but I maintain my stance that President Marcos must be held accountable for his crimes. Too many people have died and too much money was plundered from the Filipino people for us to stand down now. Whatever punishment may fall upon me and others who stand against this president who has lost his constitutional mandate of serving the
Mr.
people is
Speaker,
inconsequential
point of
in
order.
relation to the amounts of lives
Mr. Speaker,
and
point of
futures
order.
that will be saved when
Majority
President
Leader.
Marcos leaves Malacanang. He took the debts and imprisoned
Point of order,
Leader.
Mr. Speaker.
100,000 to bring Marcos Sr. to
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
My punishment is only the beginning of our fight against the
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize Chairman Abalos for the point of order.
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
Honorable JC Barsaga is JC.
Mr.
Abalos is hereby recognized.
Mr. Speaker, may I be recognized? The respondent has already spoken. He has said that he has accepted the imposed penalty under the committee report. Therefore, I reiterate the motion to consider the adoption of the committee report and call the roll of members for nominal voting.
Mr. Speaker, I just yielded to the Honorable Barsaga. The floor is mine.
But Mr. Speaker, I have a point of order.
Majority
Okay.
Leader.
What's the point of order, Mr. Speaker? May I know from the chairman?
Mr. Speaker, as sponsor of this resolution, I have not yet yielded my time to the respondent.
Majority Leader.
If the chairman so wishes, he has his time, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Honorable JC Abalos is hereby recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to point out that as sponsor of this resolution, it is my time regarding this measure that we are deliberating right now. I would also like to put on record, Mr. Speaker, that the respondent has been given an opportunity to explain his defense at the proper forum, and we have accorded him that, Mr. Speaker. That is all, Mr. Speaker. Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there is a pending motion to
Mr.
consider
Speaker,
committee
may I ask
report.
if the sponsor is willing to yield to a few questions?
Mr. Speaker, may I
Mr.
request suspension for a few minutes?
1 minute suspension.
Call the roll of members for nominal voting for adoption of the committee report.
There's a motion to adopt the
Mr.
finding.
Speaker, the Honorable sponsor was willing to yield to a few questions.
Mr. Speaker, there's already a motion, and pursuant to our rules, Rule 121, the period of voting can no longer be interrupted by any motion or issue.
Mr. Speaker, the voting hasn't started yet, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I do not hear the chairman yielding to any more questions.
So
After the 27 pages of the committee report, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Chanco, let's allow the members to decide on a question of discipline whether they agree to the committee report. If they agree, they will vote yes. If they do not agree, they will vote no. So let's hear the members and call the roll of members. Mr. Speaker, I reiterate my motion to call the roll of members for nominal voting immediately.
Ang boto ko ay no, hindi dahil perpekto si Congressman Barzaga, pero dahil questionable para sa akin na minadali natin itong desisyon dahil ngayong hapon lang natin nakuha ang committee report na ito at si Congressman Barzaga lang ang sinampahan ng kaso ng Committee on Ethics. Ang boto ko ay no, lalo na dahil inuuna natin ang kaso niya kaysa sa mga mas seryosong isyong kinakaharap ng isa sa mga kasamahan natin. Isang kapwa kong Batanggenyo na nandito ngayon na bumoto sa kaso ni Congressman Barzaga. Hindi ba nakakahiya maging miyembro ng Kongreso dahil parang naging normal na meron tayong isang kasamahan na inakusahan na nagbayad para sa mahigit 100 billion pesos ng mga kontrata sa DPWH? Para bang tinatanggap natin na normal lang magkaroon ng kasamahan na iniugnay sa pagnanakaw ng bilyong-bilyong piso na hindi iniimbestigahan na ng Committee on Ethics, Public Works o Infracom, samantalang inuunan natin ang kaso ni Congressman Barzaga, habang hindi man lang natin pinaglalaanan ng masusing atensyon ang mas mabigat na aligasyon, lumalabas na parang okay lang magnakaw sa Kongreso. Nakatala na sa kasaysayan nasa gitna ng matinding kontrobersiya sa korupsyon. Ito ang inuna ng Kongreso at parang lang walang mali sa ginagawa ng isa sa ating kasamahan at tayo mismo ay ngayon sumisira sa imahe ng Kongreso. Mahiya naman tayo.
Distinguished colleagues, isang mapagpalayang hapon po sa ating lahat. I rise to place on record this manifestation of support for Honorable Francisco Kiko Barzaga and to express my strong opposition to any move seeking his suspension from this august chamber. From Voltaire's philosophy of tolerance and freedom of expression, this line is often quoted, "I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it." The independence of the legislature ensures that members may speak fully, frankly, and fearlessly on matters of public interest. Honorable Barsaga's statements directed at alleged corruption within the government falls within the fullest and most urgent category of political expression. To penalize him for raising concerns on corruption, which the Constitution itself mandates Congress to check, is to subvert the very principle of parliamentary privilege. Mr. Speaker, 2004 pa lang po, andito na po ako bilang Chief of Staff po ng aking ama. Nakita ko po ang mga oposisyon na grabe magtuligsa sa administrasyon. Nandyan po ang mga magigiting na miyembro ng Makabayan Bloc na sila Arturo Campo, Lisa Masa, Joel Berador na talagang magigiting na mga figura ng oposisyon. Pero hindi naman po sila naharap sa mga ethics case, gaano man sila kaanghang magsilita laban sa administrasyon. My dear colleagues, Honorable Barsaga is seated in this chamber because the people of Dasmariñas City, Cavite, placed their trust in him as affirmed through the ballot. Article 6, Section 6 of the Constitution states that members of this House derive their authority. Ano ba ang mas mabigat na kasalanan? Ang mag-video at mag-selfie at mag-post ng pagkadismaya sa gobyerno ang isang batang congressman? O ang ginawang sistematikong pagnanakaw sa gobyerno? O at pagsimot sa bilyon-bilyong piso sa kaban ng bayan sa pamamagitan ng mga ghost projects? Ang mga posts ni Kong Miao ay mistulang alingaw-ngaw lamang ng salobin ng nakararaming mga Pilipino. To impose the penalty of suspension is to overturn the sovereign choice of the people. That remedy is reserved only for conduct so reprehensible and destructive of the institution that it overwhelms democratic legitimacy. No such circumstance exists here. Honorable Barsaga's only act was to express his views regarding corruption in government, a matter of public concern central to democratic oversight. Let not the House of Representatives be weaponized against its own members. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Kaugnay sa mga impormasyon na inyong nalaman at sa mga issue na kaakibat nito, mahalaga ang inyong opinion at katwiran. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching.